What's going on, guys? Welcome to episode number 103 of Just Tap Tasting. The host of the show, Brian Fisher. It's exciting. I'm excited you're here watching with us. We got one of my favorite breweries. It's kind of nostalgia for me. Nostalgia is a lot of fun. It's fun to think about the past and the lives we've lived, especially when it comes to beer and the experiences that we've had around those beers. And so one of the special breweries for me is Cigar City. They're out of Tampa, Florida. I grew up just north of Tampa and spent about 6 years living and working and going to school in Tampa, Florida, where Cigar City opened up in 2007. So they've been doing it for a little while. They definitely one of those breweries that established themselves as a heavy hitter in the marketplace, and they have a cult following. There's a lot of people that really enjoy their stuff. They just had a big festival that really helps with that following. It's all centered around their Russian Imperial Stout. I'm not sure who the first person to do the whole Russian Imperial Stout single day release, but I want to say it was Three Floyds with their Dark Lord and Dark Lord Day. Big like metal festival bands, and they released their beer, and then I think maybe Surly did it with Darkness. They're up in Minneapolis, Minnesota. And now it's like all the rage. There's all these can releases and all that stuff. Jump into the comments below. What do you think about that? What do you think about waiting in line for beer? I want to know. That's question of the day. We're just gonna go right there. Question of the day. What do you think? Let me know. Comments below. Appreciate you. Thanks for watching. Thanks for engaging with us here on the show. I just like getting the feedback of the fellow beer drinking community. So yeah, this is a version of one of their classics, one of their staples, a beer that they cannot keep up with, which is Alai. It's their IPA. Alai is a sport. I'm drawing a blank of where it's from, but it's a sport that involves this kind of scoopy thing that you use to take a hard ball and sling it at a wall, and then like points happen, people get hit with the ball. It's weird. It's a really exciting sport though, and the little scoopy thing I just learned today is called the Sestra, or Sestra. I don't know. Look it up if you really want to know more. But yeah, so Alai, this is a version of Alai. It's become more and more increasingly popular with the brewery and with the fans of Alai and all the wonderful like tangerine kind of special IPA flavors. And this is white oak Alai. And so what they do is they take American white oak spirals, and after the beer is finishing out, like maybe in secondary fermentation, I want to say they're adding these white oak spirals. Very expensive wood, fancy white oak. When you go to like your friend's house and whoever owns that house is doing really well, and they got those fancy white oak floors. Yeah, well, something like that is going in this beer. And so it kind of, when you step into a house with a white oak floor, you kind of feel like everything kind of softens up a bit and you feel cozy. And that's what the white oak does to this beer. It kind of makes the Alai a little more cozy. Kind of wood in general. It's going to dial back some of those hot flavors, some of the assertiveness that people do enjoy, but it kind of brings up and showcases some new flavors. Obviously, wood, and we'll get into that when we taste it, but wood can do some really fun things to beer. And you don't often see it, although it's becoming more popular, you don't often see it with IPAs. Not as common as, like bigger burly beers like stouts and things of that nature, which Hunahpu Day, which is kind of what I kind of got distracted. Hunahpu Day is their Russian Imperial Stout where they release, one day, and I think that was just a couple weeks ago as we're shooting the show here, and so really exciting. And let's, color-wise, you got like an amber orange, kind of a little bit of a haziness to it. And really just nice looking beer. Maybe that's because I love, as a child, my favorite color was orange. And so I moved on. I'm no longer an orange fan, but it still speaks to my, tugs at my heartstrings a little bit because that was my favorite color as a child. So thank you. Thank you, beer. Let's take it into the nose. Oh man, you know what? I love Alai. It's like my beer childhood, and so this just makes me want to sip it, but I'm gonna show a little restraint here on the show. Not really much wood aromas coming through that you can kind of get, like, you know, on whiskey-driven beers or anything. It's pretty chill. A mellow nose. Definitely, you get like a little like clementine, like kind of tangerine vibe. Little bit of like a tropical, maybe pineapple kind of thing. No really like asserted bitterness. No like resin pine. None of that stuff. It's more just like kind of fruity driven, but like soft fruit. Nothing like really punching out at me. Let's see what goes on the palate. So a lot of the similar things showing up on the nose we're getting on as we drink it here. Definitely fruity vibe. Now what is showing up, which I really have always enjoyed, like this tangerine kind of juxtaposition with pine, is what's really special about High Life for me. But what's different here is that you get a little bit of this like vanilla kind of like round component to all of that, and makes me think of like, have you had like an orange cream pie? You have like an orange cream pie and like there's like this graham cracker like honey sweet crust on it. It's a little bit, you know, if we were like pairing, that would be really good, guys. If you get some white oak, grab yourself like an orange cream pie, which is probably really hard to find. That's kind of like, I don't know, is that even a thing? I don't know. But go find that and drink these two together. It's delicious. This one doesn't change alcohol-wise, 7.5%, just like the original, just white oak. White oak's fancy and expensive, so it really drives the cost up on this beer, but it's worth it. You should go get one. Come in here to the Wilkie Bar. We still got some left, and we'll see you soon. Question of the day was, I said it earlier, I forget. Answer in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Go ahead and hit the like button if you're a big fan of Cigar City. I want to know. And share with your friends. Thank you. Cheers.